Behringer Ultra Gain Digital ADA8200. Let me tell you what I hope to do with it and why I needed it and show you how it works. Okay, let's have a look and see what comes in the box. Instructions. And power cord. Working on it. Okay, here it is. Here's the Behringer ADA8200, and what this thing does is it adds 8 inputs, or more importantly for me, 8 outputs to your recording interface for your DAW. There's the 8 inputs, but again, more importantly for my purposes, there's the 8 outputs. And it connects to your DAW through ADAT. Yes, ADAT is still around. The old recording technology, it's still around. It connects to your interface. My interface is a PreSonus 1824C, and it supports ADAT. So this will add 8 inputs and 8 outputs. I don't necessarily need the inputs. When we started doing the guys downstairs live videos here in the studio, usually there's 5 of us, 5 musicians, with 3, sometimes 4 doing vocals, usually just 3. So, and 2 of the instruments are MIDI instruments, so they don't take up a channel in the interface. But the problem was, my interface really only does 3 independent headphone mixes. You know, the outputs 1 and 2 are the main outputs, you know, the ones that the engineer would be listening to or would go to your main speakers and so forth. I wanted more headphone mixes. I wanted everyone in the band to have their own headphone mix. And that's where these outputs will come in handy. Because with 8 outputs, that gives me 1, 2, 3, gives me 4 more stereo headphone mixes. And if you're doing recording in the studio, you really need stereo headphones, in my opinion. So anyway, let's get it hooked up. See how it works. Okay, you're going to need some cables to go with this. First off, you're going to need some ADAT cables. These are HOSA ADAT cables. I don't know, they were $6 or something like that. You're going to need 2 of them if you want to use both the inputs and the outputs. And if you're doing this for headphones like I am, you're going to need dual XLR female, in most cases to TRS 1/4 inch. For my headphone amp, that's what I need. So I got a couple of those so I could try it out. And let's proceed. Okay, a couple things to be aware of, which I'm sure you are. The ADAT, you have to plug the out from this unit to the in on your interface, and you have to plug the in on this unit to the out from your interface. I'm sure I didn't need to tell you that. And there is a setting for the clock. You have to get that set. Now I am going to set this here in a moment so that it is a slave, or that it gets its timing from my interface through ADAT. Let me set that. Okay, there we are. I have it set for ADAT in as a slave. That's what I'm going to try first. If that doesn't work, I'll try setting it as the master. If that doesn't work, we'll go to the word clock. So let's give it a try. Well, it works perfectly. So there it is, bolted into my rack. And it's feeding this Rolls headphone amplifier. which I found used on eBay. You can find them on Reverb and eBay all day for between $50 and $100. They work great. I'd say get one. There's my 5 headphone mixes going out to the studio. And for $200 and some, I'm a happy camper. Here's one of my headphone mixes. I don't know if you can see it on the phone. Looks kind of bright on here. Here's another headphone mix. And another one. And another one. And another one. So there you are. Behringer ADA8200 for adding inputs and outputs. I'm using it for 4 headphone outputs. And one of these days I will test the inputs to see what those preamps sound like in that unit. So that's it. See you later.